Hey, great! I only had Toby for 1 day, but if anything would happen to him, I'll kill everyone in this entire exhibition, and then myself.
I love it.
To get the dog from?
Where'd the dog from?
Did it just go investigating the scene, then flipped, and then said investigating the scene again?
Yes.
Okay, game. Sure. What was the... I don't know.
Investigating the scene. No. You want investigating the scene.
So... Clint...
What a way to bring it up, Naruhodo. What a... Beautiful. Amazing. I literally, I could not think of a better way to bring up someone's dead brother.
Hello everybody, KBTV on the Sun, and welcome back to this horrible cliffhanger I left all of you on. Tee-hee. So the apprentice insuspiciously might be Kazuma, and we're trying to figure out how the heck did Baroque get his hands on him, and also, like, does he know he has a Nipponese as an apprentice? Just a thought.
I don't recall you having an apprentice before I left Britain 6 months ago.
Lord Strongheart introduced him to me about 3 months ago now, with instructions to mentor him as a prosecutor.
But he didn't tell you why, did he?
The man appears to be suffering from amnesia. He's forgotten every last detail about himself.
Great! Fantastic!
He has amnesia? The most obvious trick you can pull?
Tomorrow he will appear in court water. All right. You know, sometimes the tongue just decides I am on strike. Tomorrow he will appear in court at my side.
I know it's the most obvious thing, but if you look back at what Kazuma's injury was, I mean, I guess I can see how it would work out that way.
It makes sense.
But it's still funny.
What?
He's to serve as my judicial assistant, on Lord Strongheart's orders.
He'll be in court with us.
Now then, unless I'm much mistaken, I believe this conversation has run its course.
Oh. Yes, thank you. I definitely saw a reaction there. When Susato-san called out like that, it really seemed to hit a nerve. When she called out Kazuma-sama. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, of course, this game's gonna leave us in suspense for now. You know what's funny? We're still not done examining up here. Maybe I should have saved talking advanced until afterwards, because that was a lot. Now the mood's weird.
What a terrible explosion it must have been. It's still exploding right now because of the smoke. Even the steel girders have been buckled and twisted in the blast.
Now the mood is weird, and we're talking about this.
With the dramatic music. And what they called the birdcage was right in the middle of it all, just here.
And if you look at it, the bottom of it looks like a door from Metroid Prime.
You're just gonna ignore the mood, huh?
Yep.
Lucas is going to ignore my joke.
But look, Mr. Naruhodo, the metal grill on the floor.
Does it look like it opened? Thank you, Susato.
Looks like as though it's designed to open, just like a door from Metroid Prime.
It does, doesn't it? If the floor had opened at the precise moment the explosion occurred, the birdcage could have dropped through and disappeared from sight.
I don't think there's any doubt that this was a very elaborate hoax. Is there?
Yes. This wasn't here yesterday.
Really? But if I'm not mistaken, it's the cage which the victim was standing before he was apparently beamed through the air.
That's right, the birdcage. According to what Professor Harebrain said in court, it's made of wood.
Yeah.
Good morning.
It's 1:30 in the afternoon.
Or
Good
more
morning.
precisely,
Good morning.
Ohio gozaimasu to you too.
Yeah!
Or more precisely, Japanese cypress, I think. And despite having been an explosion and then falling from a great height, it's relatively unharmed. What wonderfully durable construction, won't you say, Mr. Naruhodo?
I'd understood that the forensic investigation team had taken it away yesterday to examine it. I suppose they must have brought it back here when they'd finished their work.
Did they clean it?
Uh,
But sadly not with the body inside.
no, that's right. I know we were given strict instructions not to touch anything, but still. This is too important a piece of evidence to overlook. We might need it for the trial.
You're gonna hold that, lug that whole thing back
Yep,
of you?
we're gonna pick this up and just shove it in my pocket.
Don't worry about it. Wooden birdcage. The wooden cage that was used for Professor Harebrain's experiment. This cage with the victim inside crashed down into the crystal tower. We are going to fit it entirely into our pocket.
Yes!
Okay, no, we haven't. It's still there.
You'd already met that masked man, hadn't you, Naruhodo?
Oh, we gonna
Yeah.
talk about it now?
Yesterday, in fact, at Lord Van Zeek's office.
I see. And if Kazuma-sama really is still alive, it means that Mr. Sholmes lied to us.
I know. We're going to need to speak to him about that.
Wouldn't be the first time he did. Oh, hey, buddy, how's it going?
He's still here, guys!
You're going to have to leave now. Forensic investigation team are due to arrive shortly. If they find you here, it will cause problems.
What sort of
Well,
problems?
remember that one lady who wanted to dissect you?
Yeah,
Or-
actually, I'm good. I'm gonna leave then.
Foreign affair problems.
Well, we could do without that.
Yes, I bet you could.
Well, we'll be on our way. Let's go, Miss Sasato.
Of course.
Anyway, hi, Gina. You got anything new for us?
How many times do we have to investigate the scene?
Investigating the scene. No, investigating the scene. No, investigating the scene.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, but I raise you. I raise you. Investigating the scene.
Whoa. Gina. We were actually hoping that we could investigate the scene again.
But really? You don't say. Going to scream.
I don't know what's going on now.
Going to scream.
What is going on? I don't know what's going on. I don't either. What is happening with the dialogue here? I don't
Where's
remember,
Mo when you need him?
I don't remember it being this weirdly awkward to investigate. Anyway.
Yeah, alright. It's around here, you can do what you like.
Oh, that's alright, is it?
I'm gonna be playing with my new friend here.
Ah, yes, Toby. Apparently we can't look around on the stage now because the forensic investigation team are at work. Can't you do anything, Gina? In your capacity as Inspector Lestrade?
Look, I'd like to help you out. But I'm just a trainee, ain't I? Ain't nothing I can do.
When it suits you, yes. Alright, well, I swear to God, I have to talk to Gina again later. I swear to God, I come back, it's gonna flip that again. I swear to God,
If it flips it a
again,
fourth time, I will break this game in half.
Well, that's gonna be hard because
oh my
Taisa
lord,
has it on her Steam account. What are you doing?
science!
I closed my eyes for 1 second.
23rd October, local prison, cell 11. What's he doing?
Science!
Oh my! The whole wall of the set is covered in mathematical equations.
And he's still writing more now. Professor, sorry to interrupt.
Mr. Naruto, who is this young lady? My name is Susato Mikotoba. I'm Mr. Naruto's judicial assistant. It's a pleasure to meet you, Professor. Oh, if only everybody finds a woman like you sooner!
Oh boy, hairbrain.
Why this would have happened?
Hairbrain.
What?
Hairbrain.
What the frick? No, that's not logical. That makes no sense at all. Oh dear, I'm sorry if my presence here upsets you.
Don't apologize. What the heck? I owe you an apology too, Professor.
I don't.
I didn't manage to deliver what I promised you I would in court this morning.
Oh no! The whole thing, the whole miserable affair.
It all happened because I've been such a complete and utter clut.
Well, at least you finally said it.
Professor Hairbrain, what have you been working on yourself? Oh, you mean that? Oh dear, how embarrassing. I was suddenly struck by an idea, you see. I simply had to write it down. The volume was all I had on hand.
Oh, is it some new hypothesis?
Where did she get the writing utensil?
Actually, that's a good question.
A rock. I don't know. Something to surpass super high voltage instantaneous kinesis, maybe?
No, actually, this is my autobiography. Your autobiography?
There are formulas on the wall! I don't think you know what an autobiography is!
How I was knitted and fitted by Abbott Hairbrain. I found I can represent my odd fortunes of only odd numbers and an ambitious set of simultaneous equations. Really? I'm going to have to pay back all those loans I took from the Kinesis Museum, you see.
Oh my god.
So it's going to have a new serial publication for next month. Part 1, an odd birth and odd upbringing.
Why is the book so tiny? You can't beat the man's optimism, that's for sure.
I wish you could.
I see. Well, for now, would you mind if we talked a little more about the case?
Oh, yes, of course. I've been working through the numbers. I was fitted by the pair of them. My husband and by the aloof engineer Drebber.
We're not gonna have to sit through an explanation of all these equations, are we? Oh,
I don't
boy.
know. Do you want to ask him about them?
I don't know.
Everything of any of them has been turned on its head. My research, Mr. Asvin, the kinesis machine, my hypothesis even.
I'm sorry it's come to this. There was really no other way.
No, it's not your fault. I wanted to protect my work, but in the end, there was nothing like worth protecting. It was never my intention to deceive anyone. I didn't want to trick the public. No, of course you didn't.
But in court this morning, I realized something.
Oh?
If you've done something wrong without knowing it, you've still done something wrong. Logically, it makes no difference if you are aware of it or not. Ignorance is a poor excuse. The blame still lies with me.
Oh, Professor.
He believed in me this morning, you know. Baruch did. He believed in my hypothesis.
Well, I think that was just a necessary factor in the prosecution establishing its case.
No. Baruch wouldn't do something like that. I'm sure he genuinely believed it.
Did he? Are you sure?
Did he though? Like,
I don't know.
yeah.
All of a sudden, the wall breaks. John Cena. Are you sure about that?
I think I understand now. Why it was that he decided to take on the prosecution in my trial, I mean.
I was ready for it to say
Investigating the scene.
We've all been triggered.
After the terrible accident happened, nobody would believe my hypothesis anymore. Not the police, not the prosecution service, not any lawyers even.
I feel like I dealt some kind of finishing blow here.
So if any other prosecutor had taken the case, if it wasn't anyone other than Baruch, I'm sure the prosecution would have declared my hypothesis like a complete and utter nonsense.
And in that case, you would have been declared a fraud yourself, Professor.
Exactly! Which would have been a far worse fate than death for me. But Baruch insisted that I was a proper man of science from start to finish.
You think that's why he...
I know him very well indeed. He's an extremely kind-hearted soul.
Huh?
But the extremely kind-hearted soul spent all morning trying to paint you as a murderer, didn't he?
Admittedly, that part of the analysis appears to have been some flaws in it.
And what about the whole Reaper side of things? How does that fit in with the kind-hearted soul idea?
Do you think he set out a trick for me from the very start?
I'm sorry to say, that does seem likely, yes.
When I first met him, he introduced himself as a wealthy financier. He looked over the paper I'd written and said my work would be beneficial for all humanity and must be pursued. He was so enthused. He was empathetic.
But in reality, he was the mastermind of some vast criminal network, it seems.
I still can't believe it.
I mean, when you think about it, maybe he wanted it to work so that way he could steal easily.
I'm
Has
just
the
hearing, I
machine...
can't believe it. Are you sure about that?
Do I need to get a sound clip now?
No.
As the machine was essentially a set decoration for some stage magic, it probably didn't require large amounts of investment, actually.
But the scale of it, it wasn't just some small trick. It was a very elaborate feat of deception.
I'm just laughing at because of Susa's costume, her animation of putting the book away is no longer she puts it in her sleeve, she
Yeah.
just puts it into a pocket dimension.
Yep.
All young scientists are full of hope about their burgeoning ideas, full of zeal. But none of us have any money. We want to do research, but we can't afford it.
Artists and writers and scientists all shaking hands.
I hope this is something that will be very easy to do in the future, 100 years from now.
I got bad news for you.
Shit! Many of us take on barely legal part-time work to try to earn just a few measly pennies to carry on. To go through all of that, only to be taken for a complete fool. It's too rotten to believe.
It is. I agree. And that's why we have to find those responsible and bring them to justice. Mr. Asman is no more, of course. We leave only the engineer.
Mr. Enoch Drebber.
So, Hairbrain? Can you tell us anything about Drebber? Is he an engineer? Or a magician? Or a swindler? Or all the above?
It was...
He's very talented, clearly.
I wish I had that kind of talent. Wait,
To be a
To be all
swindler?
no, no,
To be all three.
no. Just to have all three of something, be good at all three of something. Anyways,
It was about a year ago when Mr. Asman first brought Drebber to meet me in my laboratory. Since then, I've met him many times to discuss details about the kinesis machine.
But at no point did you have any inkling that he was just an illusionist.
Oh, he definitely wasn't just an illusionist.
What do you mean?
He was a vet of deep scientific knowledge. There's no question the man's a genuine scientist. It's instantly apparent in conversation.
I see.
But the wretched man deceived you, Professor. It's unforgivable. We must do everything we can to find him and bring him to justice. And there are no more clues you can give us to his whereabouts?
I'm sorry. We'll only ever discuss the kinesis machine. Nothing else.
Huh.
Although, just once. I did visit his workshop.
What workshop?
You what?
Drebber's enormous fabrication laboratory where he constructed my great machine.
Huh. You know, that's a detail we would have liked to know.
Yeah, yeah.
Their disbelief is exactly how we feel. Why didn't you mention this before? Enoch Drebber's workshop. There's every chance we might find the man there.
why didn't you tell it to, like, Baroque? Isn't he your friend?
So you've been to Drebber's place of work then?
Yes, just once, you understand. It was an enormous place. Plenty of room to construct the kinesis machine, you see.
Where can we find it? We have to go there at once. There's a good chance that we'll find Drebber there.
I just realized one. Oh, he's blocking it now. Dang it. Okay.
Well, yes, definitely, I'm sure. As in, I'm sure you're not going to want to hear this.
Oh no.
But if you look behind me, it says SMT.
Oh my god.
Now, what's your final?
Thank you, KB. And thankfully, Vengeance will be releasing in about 12 days from now.
That's a joke for final and only final.
It even has an F right under it, just for final.
But I have absolutely no idea what the workshop is at all. I'm so sorry.
I was more than half expecting that.
Wait, if you've been there, how do you not?
There's your answer.
You see, I was blindfolded in the cans the entire way there.
And you found
And
nothing
that-
strange about that.
Yeah, didn't raise any red flags.
He blindfolded you. He wasn't taking any chances then.
The place was incredible. What pinnacle of modern engineering! Even the oil he used was the very best. A special French machine oil that's impossible to obtain in Britain. The indescribable scent of that important oil.
Why are you
Hairbrain,
excited about this?
why are you huffing oil? little
Perfumers
concerned.
across the world should forget the secret formula and use this instead.
What do you think, Mrs. Sato? Eto machine for your next birthday.
I've never used any kind of perfume, Mr. Naruhodo, and I'm not sure I'd like to start with that. I don't suppose you know even parts of the workshop's address, Professor. You don't have a business card for Mr. Jabber, for example?
The man was clearly very cautious, Mrs. Sato.
Aha! Yes, I do. He gave me his business card once. It's right here. Look.
What?
Let me see that.
Throw etiquette to the wind, why don't you?
I love how she looked like she was gonna flip.
Yeah,
Harry.
yeah.
Through the cell.
Enoch Jabber, engineer.
Wait, what? That card says more than that.
No, Enoch Drebber, engineer.
It says Enoch Drebber, engineer. That's all it says.
What's the thing at the top and in the corner and the...
They're not. Maybe there's logos or something. but
Not words.
Meh.
I'm afraid that's all it says. There's no address.
Have you flipped the other side? I don't know. No. Oh well, I can't say I'm surprised. Still, this could be useful.
Drebber's card. Mr. Enoch Drebber's business card, though it shows only the man's name. There is no address. If only we had the kind of technology to flip this card over.
I'm just like, here's my business card. Okay, cool. This has your name on it. Yep.
Yep, see? Literally, I told you, it literally just has his name on
Turn
it.
it. Turn it.
This has a stain, though. This dark smudge here.
Mrs. Naruhodo, when did you change your clothes?
When did you change your clothes?
Oh my god!
Don't ask women when they change their clothes, that's rude.
Uh-huh.
I think perhaps it's machine oil.
Oh, yes, possibly. Professor Harebrain mentioned something about the oil Mr. Drebber uses, didn't he? He said it was specially imported, very high-quality oil that's impossible to obtain in Britain.
Yes, that's right. But more importantly, that's more fragrant than the finest perfume. So, excuse me a moment.
No, wait, what are you doing?
She's sniffing that oil?
Oh, it doesn't appear to have any scent at all.
Why did you do that?
Don't worry, I expect that's just because there's such a tiny amount on here. You can read the second sentence.
There is a smear of machine oil on the reverse.
Okay.
Is that from your motorcycle, Shadow?
Well,
Vroom,
oh man. All right. Well, we may not be able to smell it, but we have a certain dog that might be able to smell it.
Toby!
I swear to God.
Toby, it's your time to shine, baby!
I swear to God.
Investigating the scene.
Oh.
Oh.
Anyway, hey, Gina, I got something you can help us with. About
See this, Gina? We took the entire bird cage.
Yeah, I'm still learning me letters at the moment. I only know A to E's, so if it ain't too much bleeding trouble...
Well, good news. The only letter in Jebber's name that is not in that range is R, so
Yeah.
you can read most of it.
E-Debber. E-Deb. E-Deb.
Actually, Gina, it's the back of the card that's important.
Eh? How come? It's just a dirty old smudge on the back, that's all.
It turns out that this is a very high-quality French machine oil. It has a very particular scent, apparently.
You don't say. Let's have a wit then.
Oh God, you guys, no.
Gina, why do you think we're here?
You sure? I don't smell nothing.
No, we didn't mean that you should smell it.
Oh, right! You mean Toby!
The good boy.
Yes!
His sense of smell is so good he can track people over the oceans, can he?
Professor Hairbrain informs us that the oil is unique to Mr. Drebber's workshop.
Oh!
Yes, yes,
Good
yes.
boy.
Yes.
Good boy.
Yes, yes.
I think he's picked up a scent. What a good boy.
So you mean if he follows the scent of this oil, Toby could lead us to that dodgy Cove's workshop?
That's right. That's exactly what we were hoping.
Alright then, we'll give it a go. I'll just borrow that.
Huh? Wait, when did you... Once a pickpocket.
If I can lead everyone to that Drebber's workshop, I'll be the boss's boss before next week.
Yeah, with our help.
Oh, yes, Gina. I'm sure you'll be promoted.
Poor Gregson.
I told you I was going to France. It doesn't matter to me at this point.
Right then, Odo. Leave it to me.
Sorry?
We'll go get going after that dodgy engineer Cove right this minute. Oh, but hang on. Somebody's supposed to be on guard duty here all the time.
I'm afraid we can't help. We need to get on with our investigation as well, Gina.
Oh, right. Oh, well, never mind. It ain't gonna be me what gets it in the neck. He'll be the boss.
Poor Gregson again.
I'm going to France. I don't have to deal a little strong out anymore after this. So you know what? What's one more bean?
This is it. This is why he's going to France. Ready, Toby? Got that oil scent, have you? Come on then, boy. See you later.
Goodbye, good boy.
I hope the scent of that oil leads into the swindler's workshop.
Yeah, I hope so too. Ideally before the dog swims across the channel to France.
Oh my god, Renosuke. I'm going to throw you into the channel to France.
Well, I think we've done all the investigating we can here for now. If we could just determine the whereabouts of Mr. Drebber.
I'm sure Gina and little Toby won't let us down. Now then, do you think we ought to try to speak with Mr. Sholmes at this point?
Oh
yes!
god, no.
Yes!
We have things to discuss, and I'm dying to meet him again after all these months.
Are you though?
Susato takedown for lying to us about Kazuma-sama.
Oh, actually, I would pay to see that.
I wish this game would do that. I really, really do. Yeah, it's quite possible you might know something useful. You're right. We gotta find him at Madame Tuspel's. He's supposed to be working there as a temporary waxwork exhibit. Whoops! Ah! My cursor fell a little too far below.
Yes, Iris told me all about that latest and unusual adventure.
Well, alright then. I think I can just get us over there for now, but I don't think we can, like, do anything at this moment for this video anyway. But I'll get us over here. 23rd October, Madame Tuspel's Museum of Waxworks.
Oh my, no wonder it's called the House of Horrors. I'd like to turn my heels and go straight home, via the confectionery.
Being scared makes you crave sweets? I guess I can understand that.
And that's how movie theaters began.
But you know, there's something about that waxwork over there.
Every single time!
It looks exactly like Mr. Sholmes down to the very last detail, including that special outfit that I specially made for him before I left.
Aha!
What is it?
Oh, sorry. I think you'll find... That's the temporary waxwork himself.
Kick him.
Blending in so lovely.
Ah, defending my dedicated employee.
Oh, yeah. Hello again. It's Ryunosuke. Ryunosuke Naruhodo.
I must say, I'm quite spellbound by the great detective. He is a marvel. My precious waxwork is only back where it belongs.
You don't mean...
But yes, the mystery is solved already.
Wow. Mr. Sholmes can really engage his brain when he's hungry enough.
So, as you can see, he has returned to his habitual duties.
Yeah.
His habitual duties? Carlos, do not disturb, huh?
No, we're going to
I
disturb...
nearly fainted after seeing that. What?
Poor Susato-san. She looks very perplexed. Yeah, don't worry about it. I'm gonna move the camera over this way. Whoops. Oh, not move that. I'm going to move the camera. I can still save, right? Alright, cool. We're just gonna leave it on this screen. And we'll talk to Mr. Sholmes in the next video, because we have many questions for him.
Make him wait a week.
I don't understand, Mr. Naruhodo. Why would Mr. Sholmes in this scene be letting the killer get away with it?
Good question. I don't know.